You got my new one.
Ladies and gentlemen, Shannon Sharpe actually won 2 cases of Diet Mountain Dew for me last night because I made the mistake of betting on those choking dogs from Utah who were up 12 points with 6.5 minutes left at the crib. Up 12 with 6.5 and you can't close the deal. That's the first time you've ever swigged that in your life. Wait a minute. Is that Diet Dew?
Yeah, I do. You said it with the breakfast of the champion.
Yeah, I already had mine this morning.
Yeah.
It's the nectar of the gods. You know, you might actually have a good show today after you took a swig of that.
I know you feeling good. Y'all up like 14 with like 3 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. You feeling good?
No, it was 12 with 6.5.
You feeling good?
What, was I feeling good? Not with Utah.
No. That's not what you said. You said it was 6 straight. Skip, let me knock the poison off the top of this. Ooh.
That's better than that.
Why you been holding on this for all 6 years? You ain't tell me about this.
Why do you think I've been flying out of my seat every day?
You ain't been losing, too. You rush out here to lose every day.
We're going to have to keep an eye on Shannon throughout the show with that Diet Mountain Dew. Oh, my goodness. But let's get started with the Lake Show.
Well, I thought he was a 10 because, Skip, I thought he as bad as he was on Saturday night, he was equally as great on Wednesday night. And he did a great job of pacing himself, Skip, because at first I thought, I was like, well, damn, either the knee bothering him or he's really disinterested in this ball game. He had 2 points in the first quarter.
Yeah, he was kind of ghosty.
Yeah, Skip. So I was like, what the, is the knee really bothered him that bad?
I don't know.
Or is something else going? Is something else at play here, Skip? But Anthony Davis did get off to a great start. So I said, like, okay, AD is doing his thing. Bron just going to sit back. Okay, fine. 2 points. And then all of a sudden he had 11 points. So he has 13 points at the half. And after the start that he had, I was like, well, dang. Okay. Pace himself again in the third quarter. And then fourth quarter. Because he's heard so many times. Skip Bayless say, oh, he's not clutch. The fourth quarter, he runs. He has his demons. He has those demons.
He does, and he had them last night.
Could I interest you in the fourth quarter? 15 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. Could I interest you in that? 33, 8 and 6, 60% shooting. It's hard to acknowledge greatness when you see it all the time. Skip, we don't nearly, once I could start eating steak whenever I want to, it wasn't nearly as impressive when I was just getting ground beef. It wasn't nearly that impressive. When I couldn't go to these fancy restaurants, I was like, man, ooh, look at that. They ain't got no paper towel. They got napkins. They got real, ooh. But now I can go on my own, Skip, whenever I want to. I'm not nearly as impressed. When you've seen what this man has done for 19 years, you're like, oh, well, he does so what? Ooh. But no, Skip, that's 37 in year 19, on up on me. And he just went and gave you 15, 3 and 2. 2 big pull-up threes. Skip Bayless said, oh, he's shooting threes. He's getting better. I said, nah, come here, Rudy. You got me a Stifle Tower. You remember what you told me yesterday? They had won 6 straight. I said they're going to go into the All-Star game winning 6 or 7. The Stifle Tower, ooh, Rudy Gobert. Made him look real bad, did we, Skip? Pull up on him.
Tell me when it's my turn.
It's not your turn just yet, Skip. Look, AD, I feel bad for AD, Skip. Man, dude just can't catch a break. I'm surprised.
Either he can't catch a break or he just can't stay healthy, whichever way you want to look. Glass half full or half empty.
It might be a combination of both, Skip. But I'm surprised more guys, with all the jumping that goes around skipping the lane, I'm surprised more guys don't come down on their own foot, feet, and ankles and things of that nature. It looked really bad. X-rays said they come back negative. So the best thing about this, Skip, there's really no best side, but I guess if there's a silver lining, the All-Star game. He did not end that, so he's going to get time away. So he's going to miss less time than he would have had the All-Star break wasn't here. But, Skip, I gave him a 10 because I thought LeBron James was great throughout the course of the night, especially after losing Anthony Davis.
I'm going to give your man LeBron James an 8 on a scale of 1 to 10 impressive. Because he wasn't great late, as in the final minute of the game. Maybe you didn't watch.
1 minute, Skip.
Maybe. Okay, is it not closing time? He could not close, did not close. I'll get to that in a moment. But I would first submit to you, sir.
Yes.
That your man, Anthony Davis, going down, and I'm sorry he went down, and it looked awful.
It did great.
That ankle is not intended to go there. No. And it went all the way over, and he wears low tops, and that always drives me a little crazy because it seems like the high top would at least prevent some of that.
It,
But it goes completely to the floor. The bone touches the floor.
Yes.
Not a good look.
No.
could tear ligaments, could break bones, bad things could happen, obviously, and yet the X-ray, just the bone X-ray, said it's okay. Now he's going to get the MRI today, and we'll see what that...
No broken bone, but that didn't say anything about no ligament.
I'm not sure about that. But the point is, this is just my theory on that game. I believe if Anthony had not been hurt, the Lakers would have lost the game because it's the old, what Dick Motta used to teach me back in the late 70s. Remember Dick Motta?
Yeah, okay. I do.
I'm sure. He won a championship with Washington.
They're the Wizards now, but they used to go by another name that started with a B.
He was the first coach of the fledgling Dallas Mavericks when they came into existence in 1980. He used to teach me about the wounded tiger theory, especially as it applies to the NBA versus your sport.
Right.
But in the NBA, when only 5 can play at one time, if one team is really injured and loses a couple starters or loses their star, beware of the underdog, because on any given night, the underdog will rise up as the quote-unquote wounded tiger and play way over their heads.
Right.
And I believe that happened in the fourth quarter last night, that all of a sudden, led by LeBron, he was obviously the fire starter. He started a fire that got finished by others. But the point was, Utah took its foot off the gas, because I believe Utah is saying, are we there yet? Do we have this? Because they don't have AD. They've lost their heart. They've lost their initiative here because they know they don't have a shot, right?
Yep.
AD had been pretty good so far. Up to he scored 17, right?
Yes.
17 in like 17 minutes. Is that what he played?
Do you notice, Skip, when there's a big guy on the other side that he think Mike can give him the work, he gives them the work, Gobert, Joel Embiid, and then he plays Kevon Looney, and he act like he never seen a basketball.
Good point. Don't get it. Don't understand. But he was more of the AD you have wanted to see.
Yes, absolutely.
The AD that I would have said going into this year was still a top 5 player, closer to the AD that in some years we would have said was top 10 actually going into this year, but some years we'd say top 5,
correct.
right? Okay, so now let's look at what started the firestorm down the stretch at what I call the crypt. LeBron James, speaking of Rudy Gobert, dared to challenge him. And I do think LeBron got inspired because Aaron Donald had come, I don't know if he came straight from the parade, but he came to the front row, right?
Right.
So
the game has started. He's walking in, so everybody's going.
Game starts, and he is basking in the glory.
Yeah.
And you know how that feels because you've won 3 championships. And I think Aaron, I think it was like a revelation yesterday for him. This is pretty good, man. I want some more of this. I'm going to the Lakers.
You got to see a different side of Aaron Donald yesterday at the parade.
I think so, with the shirt off. I did. I got to see a whole side of it. Okay, so the point is, it all starts with 3:17 left, and LeBron dares to just go right up into the Stifle Tower. And what do they always say about a shot blocker? Just challenge him. Just get up into him. And LeBron went into him and up over him and scored it and went pretty crazy. This is LeBron going right into Stifle, and he backboards it.
He's looking at AD. He's looking at AD on the sideline. He's like, yeah, I got it.
Look at this mean mugging.
Yeah, there you go.
There we go. Yeah, can you translate, please? Can we say what he was saying?
No, we cannot.
Yeah, well, it was close to what he was saying the last time he did that? Okay, all right. The point was that seemed to detonate everybody, including the crowd and the Lakers, because here they came. And one quick thought about Rudy Gobert. He's the reigning Defensive Player of the Year again. I don't ever see it. I don't get it. Did that look like the Defensive Player of the Year? Because if you're that guy, you just don't allow that. Like that late in the game, wouldn't you just say no to LeBron James? Wouldn't you at least send him to the foul line? Somehow you just say, no, you can't do that to me.
He tries not to foul, Skip. He tries not to foul.
But he doesn't seem like the baddest you-know-what. You know, he doesn't play that hard. He doesn't play that mean. He doesn't play that intimidating. I never quite get it, but he does win. I've lost track how many Defensive Players of the Year. 3. Okay, so he's supposed to be really good, and he wasn't really good, especially down the stretch of the fourth quarter. He had just missed like 6 games with a calf pull, but he'd been back the previous game, so I'm not going to give him any break on that. Okay, so now we get to your 2 big moments of the night, because LeBron came into that game a 35% three-point shooter, which ranked 87th of 156. So he's pretty much in the bottom third of the league in three-point shooting. But with 2:57 left and 1:24 left, he comes up big. Ooh. I'm going to give you this. These are 2 big-time three-point shots.
This for you, Bogey.
Yep. Here's LeBron, and this is to tie the game on bogey.
Ooh, that's from Pomona.
Yeah.
That one from Pomona.
That was a bomb. I give you that. Here's your favorite shot on Stifle.
That's from Bakersfield.
He just stifled the stifle, and he looks right to Aaron Donald and said, we got this.
Yeah.
Like I'm an unofficial Ram today, right?
That ain't unofficial.
Yeah, okay.
We Ram. We all in this together.
We're all in this together.
Yes.
Okay. LeBron was in that parade. Yes, I'm sure he was somewhere. I'm not sure where. Okay, so that brings us to the final minute of the game.
Right.
And the reason I can't give LeBron a 10 is because he had a shot with 56 seconds left to make what could have been the dagger, because they were up 3 at this point, and it could have put them up 5, and I'm just not sure Utah comes back from a 5-point deficit with 56 seconds left. If we could see his 8-foot fadeaway, please, that I thought was a little bit of a force shot, but he was feeling it. He had a little bit of a hot hand, and no, that wasn't even close. And all of a sudden, here we came, and Bogdanovich hit a big 3, and they suddenly crept back into the game. Right. So in the end, Bogdanovich hit another shot, a little runner in the lane, a little 6-footer. And with 13 seconds left, your Los Angeles Lakers are inbounding side out of bounds on their end of the floor, and they're only up 2. So it's time for somebody, I know who that somebody is, somebody's got to go get the basketball on the inbounds pass and say, please foul me, because I'm going to go make 2 free throws to dagger you. I'm going to put you away. And it's usually the responsibility of your superstar to pick for him, let him get free, let him run into the backcourt if he needs to. Just get the basketball and get fouled. This is where Kevin Durant says, get out of my way, give me the basketball, because I will go make those free throws. Can we see what happened on the side out of bounds, please? Because I'm looking for LeBron to go get it, and he goes nowhere. He is running from the late game free throw line. He is hiding, and it took Russ, because they were trying to run a play for Malik to get it, Malik Monk to get the ball and shoot the free throws. And guess who went to the free throw line and made the 2 dagger free throws? That guy did. Yeah. That guy is ranked 102 of 104 free throw shooters in the league. And he steps to the line, and he shocked me, pleasantly shocked me. Russell Westbrook made both free throws. If we can see the side out of bounds again, I'm still not even sure. I haven't figured out the play, how he even got the basketball, because he was not intended to get the basketball, and he had the guts to go get it, because that's, does go to Monk first, but he can't go.
Well, Russ is out of bounds. Russ took it out of bounds. He passed him up,
out of bounds.
And then Rudy Gobert comes to trap, and then Russ freaks free.
I've been fixated on LeBron every time I watch this, because LeBron just ducked. He just said, I'm out of the way, because we know what had happened late in the game at Golden State. He had 3 to tie, which it was a bad call on Steph that ironically sent LeBron to the line. And, of course, he LeBricks the first free throw, and now he's got he made the second, had to miss the third one. Right. So I think he wanted no part of having to go stand there by himself 15 feet from the basket to make those free throws. Just one time, I want to see him do that, and if he'd done that, I would have given him a 10.
But Skip, see, you keep changing it. You said you want to see him perform in a big-time moment in the fourth quarter. He gives you 15 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and now you condense the game even more. It's no longer the fourth quarter. You take it down to 50 seconds. At first, it was the fourth quarter. Okay, now you condense it.
As Magic called it, it's closing time.
So let me ask you a question.
Closing time is that last minute. It was still the game way up for grabs down the stretch.
But so, Skip, under that situation, a quarterback that throws an incompletion on third down and the kicker kicks the field goal, you say, well, I can't give him a 10 because he needed to complete that pass on third down. You could nitpicking even more. You said the fourth quarter. You didn't talk about the one shot that he hit in the fourth quarter against Golden State. You said he was 1 for 10. He did this, and this. Now he's the flip side. He gives you 15, 3, 2 with 1 turnover, 2 big threes. Both of them gave them the lead. And then you still find fault because you said, you know what? It was 50 seconds. He missed the shot, and he didn't come get the inbound pass.
Yeah, exactly. Because what do you call him on a daily basis on this show? You actually have the audacity. You go straight blasphemy, and you call him the GOAT?
Yeah, it ain't blasphemy.
The GOAT? Are you kidding me? A guy who can't make free throws, who runs from the late game free throw line. who has the fatal flaw of being a low 70% free throw shooter, he's disqualified from the GOAT.
2 for 2 last night.
Okay.
And guess what? He did this on a bothersome knee.
And by the way, he actually ran to the free throw line early in the fourth quarter because there was a technical foul.
And what did he do, Skip?
And he made it.
And what did he do?
Okay, well, I just showed you the play in which he ran from the free throw line. That is high IQ at work. That is, I want no part of this. I'm going to go hide. I'm going to act like I'm setting a pick, and then I'm just going to get smaller and smaller so nobody thinks. Did he run to the inbound pass to get it? No, he did not.
Can I ask you a question? If LeBron doesn't do what he does in the fourth quarter, free throw doesn't even matter.
I give you that.
Okay, then, so that you give it to him.
If you are the GOAT, as you say that he is,
that's why you got back in the game.
You have to close.
You just told me, Skip, they was down by 12 points against Utah.
Here's the final flaw to your argument of giving him a 10. Who made what was actually the three-point shot of shots of the whole night? It was some undrafted kid out of the University of Oklahoma by way of Wichita State and Arkansas. A guy named Austin Reaves made the shot of shots with 17.4 seconds. Well, I'll give you that. But who sat there and said, I got you? Who said, I got you? LeBron almost came down and walked on that. But he managed to find Austin Reaves.
Right.
And what have I told you from the start of the season? To me, Austin Reaves is actually a better all-around basketball player than Russell Westbrook is. He's more valuable because he plays his tail off on both ends. And you know what? For an undrafted kid at his age, he actually knows how to play basketball.
Yes, he does.
He's always in the right place at the right time. He's always just disrupting on defense. He irritates people because he just plays so hard. I'm not saying he can't be had because Steph had him a couple. He just got him. Where he went up and under on him a couple times. But the point is, he will take and make big shots because remember the walk-off at Dallas, LeBron said AR-15. He'd already nicknamed him AR-15. Okay, well, that came with 17 seconds left. So down the stretch of this game, LeBron misses the 8-foot fadeaway that could have been the dagger. Then Austin Reaves, who's become a closer for this team, he makes the closing three. And then it took Russell Westbrook going to get the basketball and getting fouled to make the 2 free throws that you had to have to ice the game at the end because you were only up 2 at that point. So to me, how can I give LeBron a 10 when the whole last minute did not belong to him?
The whole last minute wouldn't have mattered had he not got to 15.
Okay, I give you that. But the last minute does matter because it is closing time.
But Skip, at some point in time, you can't keep condensing it just so you can factor LeBron out of the equation. And that's what you're doing. You said the fourth quarter. You've never, ever said, well, this guy didn't do this, this, and this. You said the fourth quarter is when I want to see what LeBron did. You didn't condense it the other night. You just said he had a horrible fourth quarter. You even showed every turnover that he had.
Okay, but I pretty much condensed it to the first free throw.
No, you didn't.
Because that was with
the first thing that you said, he was 1 for 10 in the fourth quarter, and this might have been the worst fourth quarter LeBron James has ever said.
With 3 turnovers.
That's what. Okay, then. Okay. You didn't go down. You didn't go down to the final minute.
I will give you this. He owed his team a fourth quarter, and he gave them. How many minutes did he play?
He played all of them.
Well, not quite. Is this my fourth? Yeah, it's the fourth quarter. So he made 10:40. He played 10:48. Yeah. Okay, so he owed them, and he gave them 9:48. He gave them 9 minutes and 48 seconds, which is pretty great. I give you that. But that's an 8 on a scale of 10 for the GOAT. Well, he's the GOAT.
So by your argument, Tom Brady should have got a what? Consider what he did in the first quarter.
Please, no. Don't put LeBron and Tom Brady.
I'm saying, hold on. One guy got 4 MVPs.
Yeah, one guy's got 7 Super Bowls.
Oh, that's a team. Oh. One guy is an all-NBA player 13 times, about to be 14. Your guy got 3.
Wait a second. Are you making the case that LeBron has been better than Tom Brady?
What do you mean making it?
Are you kidding me?
I've been made that. But
LeBron is 4-6 in finals. We're going to get struck by lightning.
We're not going to get struck by anything. We're going to get struck by lightning because you keep on doing this damage. You know what? I'm taking another swig of this because since I got so many cases, I can go ahead and drink this. I was saving this one.
You got a long way to go to catch up with me today on how much you've had of that. I've already had my quota. That's why I am running over you once again.
But I got 2 cases coming. Yeah. I got 2 cases.
Well, but you only owe me like 30 for the year.
No, I got 9 of them.
Cancel those. We started over after the Super Bowl.
No, we ain't starting over after the Super Bowl because the basketball season. I'm going to get them back. I'm going to slowly filter them right back up off you. But Skip, I mean, so what am I supposed to do with 33, 8, and 6?
Nothing.
Over 60,
you're
over 60%?
supposed to cherish it, embrace it, love it, because he is in year 19. I give you all that. But you can't give him a 10 if he can't close the game. And you especially can't give him a 10 when he did run. Clearly, he ran from the late game free throw line. If you are the GOAT, if you are the superstar, is he the best player on the team? Well, sure he is. Yep. And you would make the case he's still a top 5 player in the league. No, I'm asking you a question. Okay. Can you defend the fact that he ran from the late game free throw line? Because clearly, if he wanted to go ice the game, he would just go get the ball. Like, he'd just run right to Westbrook and say, hand it to me. Because that's what Kevin Durant does. That's what Kevin did in the gold medal Olympic
Is that what Giannis does? Giannis the best player in the NBA. Is that what Giannis does?
No, he's a terrible free throw shooter.
Then.
Okay, well, then he's not the best player. The best player is Kevin Durant.
Hold on, no.
Because in the Olympics, Kevin, after Dame bricked 2, and said, you saw what Kevin did. He ran to the inbounds passer and said, just hand me the basketball so they'll foul me, and I'll go swish these.
So I just want to make sure I'm hearing you correctly. If you're not the best free throw shooter on the team, therefore you're disqualified from being the best player on the team.
If you're saying somebody's the GOAT, they have to make what are called free throws. It's free, like all the ads in tax season.
Yes.
Free.
Right.
It's a free throw. You get a free shot at making 1 point. And LeBron has never fixed his fatal flaw, and I don't understand. We're 19 years in, and he's still, by his standards, a pathetic free throw shooter.
Let me get this. So you want the guy to have everything?
No, not everything. That's a given. That's an easy thing to have. You can fix that. You can work on it in the offseason.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
and he never has. I don't know
even
why.
If you work, Skip, even if he worked on it, he was never going to be Mark Price. He was never going to be Steph Curry or Larry Bird.
Okay, can you even be Michael Jordan? Because Michael Jordan was 10 percentage points higher. LeBron's at 73-something, and Michael was 84-something. Okay. So do you know how many points LeBron has left on the table as he chases Kareem?
Clearly, he didn't leave enough that he can't pass Kareem. And he go past Kareem and left all those points on the table. Michael Jordan made all those free throws, and guess what?
Kareem was a better free throw shooter.
Okay.
At 7'2",
And LeBron gonna track everybody down. So what you gonna say? He's the greatest, worst free throw shooter of all time?
Kevin Durant's an 89% career free throw shooter.
You think Kevin Durant gonna get 40,000 points?
I don't know.
Well, we'll find out.
If he can play long enough.
They don't know that no if. Yeah. They no if. My guy going strong. And I'm gonna do you like you do me. Shannon, Tom Brady is 44 years old. Skip, LeBron is 37 years old. Give him a break.
And then he's got a knee injury.
Hold on.
I got a knee. It's as bad as my ankle last year that cost me 20 games. It is? I couldn't tell last night. Could you tell?
Reminds me of somebody else. Oh, I had to have off-season knee surgery. It bothered me. I should have had it at the beginning of the season, but I went and I won the Super Bowl on a bum knee. I'm going to be so much better.
You had a torn MCL.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Are we sure about that?
Well, so you're calling Tom Brady a liar?
You just called LeBron a liar.
I didn't call him a liar. I called him an exaggerator.
All right, guys. Well, it was a fun day all around LA yesterday from that Lakers win to the Rams parade.
Thank you for watching. You can subscribe here to get the latest from the show, and be sure to check out more of the best clips from Undisputed, or go watch a few other segments from our other shows on FS1.